UFC Seattle, boys, was literally the best card of 2026. Nonchalant in chat has it right. It really was. This card had everything. Knockout of the year contenders. Bloodiest fight of the year contenders. A bunch of underdog wins. Draws. Bruce Buffer reading a decision wrong. Reading the wrong winner. Having somebody celebrate. And then saying, no, come back. I got it wrong. I didn't even want... Look. Personally, I am not a fan of women's MMA. I won't even subject myself to watch these fights. Okay, so I didn't tap myself into this. Right? But I looked it up. I looked it up on Twitter. Oh my God. Vicious. Brutal. This card, UFC Seattle, was insane. But by the way, not to rub it in your face. Not to rub it in everybody's faces, but yet again, I'm right. Another main event. Correct pick for E-Rock. Joe Pyfer, KO TKO in the second round. Puts Israel Adesanya down. This was clear from the beginning of the week. Izzy looked all types of drained, ruined, scared. He was 1-4 in his last 5. 1-4 in his last 5. And he was the betting favorite? Oh my God. We had a prospect disappoint us in Mansour Abdul Malik. Disgusting. Terrible performance. But right after that, we get prospect of the year contender in Larry Douglas. This guy knocked down Julian Erosa with a jab 3 separate times. 3 jabs, 3 knockdowns. Wow. All types of upset. I told you guys Ignacio Bahamondes was garbage. Hot, utter trash. And nobody wanted to listen. I sneezed. I sneezed because it's true. I literally sneezed because it's true. Bless you. Thank you. Seattle cards are always great, brother. This was different. I told you guys about Chase Hooper. I told you guys Chase Hooper was done for. Oh my God. We're going to sit here and break down this whole card. Welcome to the E-Rock MMA UFC Seattle post-show. Live from the Apex warehouse. Hey. You guys don't have, oh yeah, you do. I was going to say, you guys don't have audio, huh? You guys don't have audio, huh? Let me check. Let me see what's up. Oh, y'all do. Okay. Oh, all right. My fault. My bad. But, man, listen. After a performance like that, I need Joe Pyfer to be fighting Brandon Allen. Give me Joe Pyfer, Brandon Allen. How about that? Give me Joe Pyfer, Brandon Allen. Wasn't Joe Pyfer ranked like 5 subs away from 400? Very true. Very true. Very, very, very true. We're going to get there very soon. I'm slow grinding to 1 million. All right, right here. Israel Adesanya is ranked 4. And Joe Pyfer's ranked 14, by the way. Holy shit. Holy. You know what? No. Give me Joe Pyfer, Anthony Hernandez. Do you think Izzy should retire or move up? Ooh. I mean, if Izzy moves up, he's gonna get demolished, brother. He just needs to retire, but he doesn't want to listen. He doesn't want to listen. You know what? Give me Joe Pyfer. Give me Joe Pyfer, Anthony Hernandez, and/or Brandon Allen. And then give me Israel Adesanya, Gregory Rodriguez. How about that? How about that one? I'm done with UFC, by the way. That's funny. That's funny. Give me Gregory Rodriguez versus Israel Adesanya. Joe Pyfer versus Anthony Hernandez and/or Brandon Allen. I like that. That's a good. Now that's a good idea. Now that's a good idea. Rodriguez is not a bad. It's not. It's really not. He's gonna sit there and stand and bang with him, and then Gregory Rodriguez is gonna make his way up into the front line of the division. I'm telling you. E-Rock MMA is telling you. What a fight. What a banger. Now listen, you guys already know I don't watch women's MMA. So, your streams have been great, but I'm done. I like that. Because Gregory ain't making it into the top 10. You're sick. You're mentally ill. You're mentally ill. 211 can't be real? No, Caden, that was crazy. That was crazy. Look, y'all know I don't watch women's MMA, but what a finish. What a finish. I didn't even watch this live. I had to go on Twitter after the watch party stream and see it on Twitter. What a finish. Easy lose, Adesanya. Yeah, we called it. This was easy. We could have seen this from a mile away. Like, actually, from a mile away. This was done for. Michael Chiesa versus Nico Price, retirement fight. Both of them retired. It was a little disheartening that we didn't get a Nico Price interview. They both take their gloves off, and we don't get an interview from Nico Price. Why? Why? But Michael Chiesa's eating pizza on the post show. The disrespect. The disrespect. The goddamn disrespect. Who the fuck is Nico Price, dude? Yo, who the fuck is Michael Chiesa? Who the fuck is Michael Chiesa? Are you kidding me? Don't politic with me. Anybody who lost to Kevin Holland round 1 doesn't deserve a fucking pizza party at your retirement. I don't give... Holy shit. Holy fuck, Nico Price. Oh my god. You know, I saw this and still went Nico Price. Yo, I am shot out. I saw this resume. Dude, 1, 2, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Dude, he is 2-11. 2-11. 2-11. Holy shit. 2-10-1. Yo, I saw this and still went Nico Price. Did you go live recently? Yeah, of course. I was live for most of the main card. Wow. I could probably beat him up, not gonna lie. Yo, that's crazy. That is crazy. Wow. Shout out Michael Chiesa, though. Retires with a good career. Retires with a really good, positive 20-7 professional career. Moving on. Doing bigger and better things with his life. Retires a young man, though, right? Like 32? Oh, 38. Doesn't look 38. Oh, he does, though. He does. No, I'm wondering if this is the end of the stream. No, this is the post stream. This is the post show. We're covering the card. I have some Dana White clips to go over on Twitter. We got like a good 40 minutes. We got like a good 40 minutes of stream. You know what I mean? Damn, bro, but Shout out to Michael Chiesa. Look, Larryman Douglas versus Julian Erosa is crazy. Because I picked Julian Erosa. I did. About to get faded and watch. I got faded and got on. I got faded, gave myself 10, 15 minutes and got on. We picked Julian Erosa here. Alright, because look, UFC debutants normally, like 60% of the time, lose. But not this guy. This guy looks literally like Ilia Topuria in the flesh at 145. Ilia Topuria rebirth. Puts Julian... Dude, 3 jabs, 3 knockdowns. Oh my God. Vicious. Do not let Kevin Vallejo see this guy. Just give this guy Lerone. Oh my God. Can I replay the McKinney dub? I was at work. Hell no. No. Because we picked Kyle Nelson. No. Fucking McKinney, bro. Fucking Kyle Nelson. This was insane. At least I didn't bet on this. I didn't bet on this. I know it was a little spooky. It wasn't E-Rock Lock though. I do have to take this L. I do have to take this L. Cable has the juice. Hell no. T-Rex the GOAT, you're tripping? Listen, man, I thought Kyle had it in the bag. My 3-leg parlay was Kyle Nelson, Mansour Abdul Malik, and Joe Pyfer. Talking about Mansour Abdul Malik, this man right here, Larion Douglas, is now my prospect, my top 5 prospect of the year. Because Mansour Abdul Malik is out. He was in, now he's out. 1 for 2, yeah, it wasn't good. Mansour Abdul Malik was in my top 5 prospects of 2026, but he's gone now. Completely gone. I was trying to hold back that yawn. That was a powerful yawn. Larryman Douglas, welcome into the top 5 prospects of UFC. Welcome in. At 145, this dude's going to do some damage. Let him see Eugene Silva. By the way. Oh, man. I'm ready to see this dude in action. Okay? Armand dominated and took down that one guy, Colby 1. Yeah, I saw Colby 1, and I saw the Armand thing. It was alright. Mansour Abdul Malik. I need to hit this. This is crazy. Mansour broke my heart. Yusori Loki Buns, exactly. That's why, listen. If it was a normal win, if it was a normal loss that Mansour had, you know, like a regular loss, like, oh, whatever, you know what I mean? Like your Kevin Vallejo, you fight Gene Silva. Okay, no, I get it. You went tooth and nail with a dude, like, who's really good. I get it. Yusori is 33 years old. About to be 34. Kickboxing savage who has kickboxed for a really long time, lost to Alex twice, lost to Izzy once. Izzy twice. Lost to Izzy twice. 10 years ago, by the way. Mansour gets masterclass. Mansour serves a masterclass on the feet to Mansour Abdul Malik. I really can't. We're a mess over. I'm dropping shit. The camera. Oh my god. Oh my God. Bahamondes had Yandes cracked. Yo, relax. Relax. That was the bloodiest fight I've seen in a long time. Yo, and the octagon was just stained. And the octagon was just stained. And just all sorts of looking great. Looking great. Imagine being like walking into the octagon and seeing that. Because you're not watching the fights on the thing. Like, you're not paying attention. So imagine walking into the octagon ready to fight and you see that huge puddle. You're just like, somebody must have had a rough time, you know? Mansour Abdul Malik, I don't know. I don't know what to say about this. I understand why, but if you want to be a journalist, why not watch WMMA? That is true. 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 I should, because I feel like it's not developed, and they don't take care of women's MMA, and it's such a half-assed product. But you're right. You guys are right. Even Caden be saying it all the time. Y'all are right. Y'all are right, man. I gotta tap into women's MMA. I have to dive head first and what undeveloped. We gotta, yeah, me and Caden. Hey, shout out to Caden in the chat, bro. Shout out to Caden. Fellow journalist. Fellow journalist. We gotta dive head first, bro. We gotta dive head first into this women MMA nonsense. Mansour Abdul Malik, bro, you've upset me. This was not a regular loss. Usori is trash. He looked like a huge Sean Woodson in there. Shout out to you. Alex Pereira was in bro's corner, by the way. Why Rose Namajunas is washed? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Good title, eh? You would have to give me more talking points on the video, and I could tell you if it's a good title or not. You would have to give me some more talking points on the video. Like, is it just about Rose, or like what's the main talking point? Terrence McKinney wrecks my part. Listen, I went live for the main card. This was the first fight of the main card. We went live for the main card. Terrence McKinney ruined my parlay in about 24 seconds. Throws a high kick, lands, like, on the guard. And then Kyle Nelson just, good, and Rose is washed. It's very true. Via shoulder kick, yeah. He just curls up into a ball. Literally ruins my parlay. My 3-leg. On the first go. Terrence McKinney. What a lad. What a lad. You know, and we didn't even talk about Joe Pyfer sitting here saying how he was gonna go night-night. Go night-night. During his camp. Tailed you on Nelson too. Oh my god. Ari Wash literally landed on completely back of the shoulder. Unbelievable. Yeah, I don't know. I guess the force just rocked him. He was just like shell-shocked. I don't know. But what's the deal with Joe Pyfer sitting here saying he was going to go night-night time a few weeks ago? A few weeks ago means camp. And then somebody on the post-fight pressed him, right, in the media room, thankfully. Thank God. And asked him, what do you mean a few weeks ago? Like, how recent? And he was like, 6 weeks ago. But I found God. Okay. A little concerning. Maybe a tiny, tiny bit concerning. Would not really have been a good look for the UFC, by the way, if Joe Pyfer would have been found in a body bag. If Joe Body Bag Pyfer was found in a body bag. That wouldn't have been a good look. That would not have been a good look. I can think of the YouTube documentaries right now. Right now. He said he had an out-of-body experience. Interesting statement. And he said it on the, like, as soon as he got the microphone. Like, that was like, I need to say this. Listen up. I almost ended it 2 weeks ago. A couple weeks ago. I'm not making fun of the guy, right? But, like, I don't want to make fun of the guy because that's, like, a low blow. But, like, holy. He's always got something like that in his mind? Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Tafuk Musayev has the fucking fight of the night, fight of the year, performance of the night, underdog performance of the night. All of the awards, honestly, should go to Tafuk. This fight, look, I don't know why you guys are picking Bahamondes. I don't know why. He's a tall dude. He's lanky. He's quick. He's flashy. He's all the good things. But he's not that good for whatever reason. For whatever reason that is, he's just not good. Got outranged by a shorter, smaller, with less reach, Fiziev. Got styled on while you were trying to range by a literal midget. Dude, Baha had him rocked? Yeah, okay. Yeah, Baha had him rocked. How many times did Tafuk had Baha rocked? This fight literally left a stain of red on like maybe 12% of the octagon, 13, 14% of the octagon for the rest of the night. And it wasn't a little bit, it was a lot. It was Rory McDonald, Robbie Lawler levels, bro. It was rough. Oh my God. Welcome in, Tof. Welcome in. I've never heard of bro, by the way. Ever. Damn. That's because his debut was against Orbalati. Unlucky. Imagine you get your UFC contract, like a debut, and they say, hey, buddy, you're going to be fighting Orbalati. I'd be like, oh, shit. I'd be like, oh, nah, please, no. Please. Lance Gibson takes out Chase Hooper. I told you guys Chase Hooper was done for, by the way. Musayev grabbed the fence to reverse Baha and headbutted him. That is very true. There was a headbutt. There was an illegal headbutt. That is very, very, very true. Give did he freedom. Very true. Baha might just be garbage. Baha is garbage. Literal garbage. Literal actual garbage. I called this one, by the way. I call it 7% on Tapology. Some of that is me. Some of that is E-Rock, okay? Because I called this. I did. Lance Gibson coming off of a split decision against Bobby Green versus Chase Hooper, who just got slimed out and we haven't seen. That rhymes. See, when it rhymes, oh my God, when it rhymes, it's true, bruh. When it rhymes, it's true. When it rhymes, it's true. Bahamondes cracked him round one and they all went down. Bahamondes cracked him once. How many times did Tafuk crack Bahamondes? E-Rock got top 500 of 6,000? What you mean? What do you mean? I didn't get 500 subs yet, but I wish. Last time I checked, I'm at 395. Lance Gibson. I'm more shaking my head at Chase Hooper. I used to be a huge Chase Hooper fan, and I'm not. anymore. And that's just the way it is. And that is just the way it is. Look, man, I give my word. Kate, I don't know if you're still in here, but I give my word. I am going to start breaking down more your Tapology position and leaderboard for this card. I don't do my things for the Tapology. I don't do my shit for Tapology. Of fucking course. Hell yeah, you're my dog. You legitimately liked him because you said he gooned one time? No, he literally always promoted himself as a gooner, Chase Hooper. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? But I promise you guys, I'm going to dig deep into these women's fights, and Caden's going to help me out. We're going to figure it out, me and Caden. We might even have a co-show with Caden. But I'm going to figure out these women's fights because that co-main finish was crazy. Navage goes Sterling. I'm skipping this because I didn't watch it. I didn't watch Casey O'Neill versus Gabriela Fernandez, but Casey O'Neill went crazy. Get Alexa on the show. Come on, bro. We can. Navage goes Sterling does his thing against Bruno Lopez. I mean, kind of wasn't even close. My Queen Alexa? That's funny. Both of you guys said my Queen Alexa. Well, you said my Queen Alexa. And did he freedom say get Alexa on the show? So, Alexa bad? Alexa Grasso? Yeah. A little bit. Shout out Navajo Sterling. City Kickboxing has a new god. Teenage boy chest. Very true. City Kickboxing has a new prospect in Navajo Sterling coming up through the rankings, bruh. Coming up through the rankings at 205, by the way. What a beast. Ricky Simone versus Adrian Yanez ends in a draw because Ricky Simone wins the first 2 rounds. And then Adrian Yanez gets a 10-8 round in the final round. Adrian Yanez broke Ricky Simone's orbital bone in the 3rd round. Holy. What a brutal war to start off the card. Obviously, they get no bonuses. You just went tooth and nail for free. Well, not for free, but on a discount. And cool, I didn't lose money on this, but Ricky Simone didn't look as good as I wanted him to. He didn't. He literally didn't, and it kind of breaks my heart. It does. It really does. All right, boys, let's listen to some clips that I have from the press conference, and let's see what's going on. Give me 1 second. Whoa, this is a bot. I thought this person was a real person, but it's not. And I just never responded. Unlucky. But alright. What the fuck? Boom. Alright. If all judges had Simon 2018, then Ricky should have won? No, because Ricky Simone won 10-9, 10-9, and then they gave Giannis the 10-8 round for the 3rd round. Dana said, shut the fuck up and watch the fights. It's very true. E-Rock bet draw and paid off the judges? No. Chill, don't get me in trouble. But this is pretty funny. This is somebody asking Dana White about the MVP card, the Netflix card, Francis Ngannou, whatever. You guys know.
Thoughts on the entire MVP MMA card, if you've seen that and what you think.
The entire what?
MVP MMA card, the Rousey-Carano. Full card.
No, I haven't seen the full card.
Wait, so you agree it shouldn't have been a 10-8? No, that last round should have been it should have been a 10-8. He broke his fucking orbital bone. It was over. It was a vicious thrashing. Vicious, brutal beating.
I know that Diaz is on it and Ronda's on it. And What's the question? Have I seen it?
Yeah, just what your thoughts on them? Because like they actually put in some prospects, and it's not just fighters and stuff like that.
You want me to break down the MVP?
I was just curious.
What do you mean?
No, you're not. You're all right. What do you got, brother?
Dana was about to say some shit right there. He said, "No, you're
You want me to break down the MVP?
I was just curious. What
No, you're not. You're all right.
He's gonna say, "No, you're not. You're a bitch." That's what he was about to say. Literally.
No, you're not. You're all right.
That's literally what he was about to say. Look at that face. Look at that smile. Look at that smile. Dana knows. Look. Hold on. I'm gonna wave my hands in the air so I know to clip. I'm gonna flash this so I know to clip it differently. All right. Dana White knows that Netflix is on his ass. Netflix MMA with MVP Promotions, this is great. We're in 2026. If you told me this in 2020, I would have put you in a psych ward. Netflix is coming to put their foot in the MMA game. They are. And Dana White knows it. He knows it. Yes, this card that they have is mainly on the main card. The main card that they have is UFC old washed up geezers, except for Mike Perry. Mike Perry's in his prime. Mike Perry is in his prime. I really, really, really do not want to hear it. I really, really, really do not want to hear it. But I promise you, this is not a one-off. This is not a one-off. Okay? And Dana White knows it. Yes, he does. Oh, yes, he does. Netflix has a bag. Allegedly, they paid over $10 million just for Nate Diaz. They have Muhammad Mukayev versus Michael Morales. Okay? They have that French dude, this dude right here, who's apparently like the French prospect of MMA. Like, this is like their guy. You know what I mean? Rebelos de Spain versus Dos Santos, But they have some bangers on here. Okay? And look at the streaming numbers for Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson. Nobody wanted to watch that shit. Let's be real. But everybody did because it's on Netflix, and what else is there? Everybody has a Netflix account. This is going to be the most streamed MMA card ever. This is going to blow UFC streaming numbers for 2026, for whatever the UFC has done in 2026, out of the water. You could probably put two of UFC's biggest pay-per-views for 2026 together, their streaming numbers, and it still wouldn't hit what this is going to hit. It still wouldn't hit what this is going to hit. Now let's listen to what Dana has to say.
Get your thoughts on the entire MVP MMA card. Have you seen that and what you think?
The entire what?
MVP MMA card, the Rousey Corona.
Full
card.
No, I haven't seen the full card. I know that Diaz is on it and Ronda's on it and Francis is on it. Beyond that,
It's like 13 fights.
what's the question? Have I seen it?
Yeah, just what your thoughts on them? Because like they actually put in some prospects, and it's not just fighters and stuff like that.
You want me to break down the MVP?
I was
card?
just curious.
No, you're not. You're all right.
He was about to say you're a
Brother.
bitch.
Get your thoughts on the entire MVP MMA.
Listen, man. I'm trying to tell you guys. Once Netflix sees how profitable this is, they're going to be like, hey, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. And then once some UFC fighters get out of their contract and Netflix approaches them and say, hey, you want $10 million? You want $10 million to fight Mike Perry? Hey, Justin Gaethje. You want $10 million to fight Mike Perry? Justin's out. See you later. Hey, Max. You want $7 million to go squabble up Nate Diaz? He's out of there. Netflix is going to blow UFC out the water with bags. All right? UFC cannot compete in the bag department. Now, in the talent department, they can. But the issue they're going to run into is keeping their talent when Netflix starts throwing their fucking money around. Netflix has Francis Ngannou. The UFC barely has Tom Aspinall. Joe Pyfer didn't win, right? Of course Joe Pyfer won. Of course, you saw him. Scrambled Izzy's brains. Scrambled them. Wasn't a late stoppage. It was kind of a brutal stoppage. Oh my God. There was a brutal stoppage tonight. I'm trying to remember what fight that was. But the UFC is in big trouble. The UFC is in big trouble because this is the start. In reality, if Netflix throws Muhammad Mukaev versus Michael Morales is the highest level fight, that's very true. It is. That's my co-main event. And then my main event is Nate Diaz versus Mike Perry. Literally. If Netflix throws 5, 6 cards a year, low-key a little stacked, they're going to blow the UFC out the water. Literally. How about give me Rod Tang versus, you know what I mean? They could figure it out. They could literally figure it out. Coronado hot? Nah, I don't know nothing. I don't know. I'm going to have to tap in. I don't know. I don't like Ronda Rousey. I think she's going to lose. So I'm going to go Coronado. But I have to see some tape. I don't watch women's MMA, but that's going to change. I'm a changed man. Muhammad Mukaev and Morales could literally headline next week's card. That's very true. And never forget, the UFC was literally negotiating with Nate Diaz to come back to the UFC, and they couldn't get him. I wonder why. This is crazy. We are revolutionizing the WMMA game. That's very true. Very true. Nate is washed. I think Nate Diaz is going to lose round 1 doctor stoppage. Actually. When is his card? April, right? Oh, May. May 16th. In Los Angeles. This Netflix card is going head-to-head with the UFC card, by the way. It's going head-to-head with Arnold Allen versus Miquel Costa. Literally. And that card isn't looking too good. I know Dana's pissed. Because this is kind of like a hit job, right? Because the UFC was in, negotiations to sign with Netflix. And they said no. So Netflix is like, hey, don't worry about it. Go over there. Go to Paramount. Don't worry about it, bro. Did you see the clip of Izzy and Pyfer talking before the fight? And Pyfer said he was going to off himself, and Izzy said, I got you, bro. People were conspiracy that it was raked. What do you... Nah, I don't think so. Arnold Allen main event is diabolical? Yo, chill. Arnold Allen main event is beautiful. Arnold Allen Miquel Costa is a good high-level fight. You're bugging. You're a casual. Now, you're a casual. But the UFC's in trouble. I wonder what they're going to do. I really do. Chill, we got Moicano main event next week. And, they want me to be excited for this. You said Navajo versus Bruno Lopez was a brutal stoppage. It kind of was. It kind of was a little unnecessary. To be honest. Oh, man. Oh, wait, I could just look on Tapology. I literally can just look on Tapology, in which I shall. They want me to get excited for this. Man, I'm just going to search up Islam. And I'm going to search up Islam and then get Renato Moicano from Islam and then get to the card. Crazy. That's crazy. For Islam's last 2 wins, it goes JDM and then Renato Moicano. Whoop-de-doo. They want me to be excited for this? I mean, I'm excited for the Ethan Ewing masterclass we will see. The Chris Duncan masterclass we will see. I want to see the Tommy McMillan fall off, but not this time. After this card, bro, it's Yuri time soon. Very true. I met someone at this writing reception who's going to Allen vs. Costa Live. That's hard. They robbed Giannis hard? A little bit. A little bit. I wouldn't say hard. I mean, it was a fight that could have went up in the air. But they want me to be excited for this. There's a lot of... Ooh, who is this? Maybe we should get into women's MMA. Caden? Maybe I agree. Maybe I agree. MMA media... I mean, WMMA media moguls. WMMA media moguls, by the way. That's what I'm talking about. Nah. She's bad to look at? LUL. Alice Pereira? Is this one of Alex Pereira's sisters? I don't know. I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. You figure it out. We figure it out. Hooray. But this is next week's assignment. Next week's homework. Damn. Damn. She bad to look at. It's not? I don't know. I don't know. But alright, boys, that's it for me. That's it for me. I gotta take my fucking tired ass to go to sleep. Who's favorite on the main? Chris Duncan, of course. Minus 200. Minus 200, of course. Of course. Aline is his only sister? Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Caden, DM me on Discord. Caden, DM me on Discord, bro. We are taking Moicano moneyline. You're sick, man. You're a sick man. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. We are going to be going Chris Duncan via finish. I'm going to do double option, so KO TKO / submission just in case. Anything better than minus 205. But that's beautiful. That's literally free money, by the way. Actually free money. Actually. Sleeping on Moicano, man? Yeah. Yeah. Alright, man. You gotta help me improve from 2-11? I got you. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Alright, man. I'm out of here, boys. I'm literally exhausted. I'm fighting my sleep. I'll catch you guys later. Love you guys. Remember, wait, look at Twitter for the rigged video. I'll find it. I'll find it. At UFC. Okay. Bet. I'll find it. Take care, Iraq. Yo, I appreciate you guys. Had a slow stream today, but that's okay. I really appreciate everybody. Political Assassin was a big old deal, bro. Damn, throwing roses as soon as I'm leaving. Damn. I'm waiting for the music. Nothing. Nothing. No way I missed the whole show? I know, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Do I check out Urok MMA on YouTube, bro? You know we posted clips over there. They'll be posted in the morning around 9 a.m. Alright? That's normally the time I post my YouTube videos, and that is just what it is. WMMA Revolution, yeah, DM me. We're gonna figure something out. We're gonna figure something out, Caden. Yes, we will. Alright, boys. I'll catch you guys later. I hope you guys have a good one. Peace out.